CMMG's 10mm Banshee. When they told me that this gun was coming out, I can't tell you how excited I got because I love the 10mm round. Now, most people can't handle 10mm when it comes to a pistol. So when you're rocking a 1911 or a Glock, the 180 grain or the 200 grain or 220 buffalo bore rounds, they're just really stout for most individuals to be able to manage that kind of recoil. However, 10mm has a lot of amazing ballistics attached to it, which is why a lot of the guys that go up into the mountains carry that particular round. Now, for those that may not fancy 10mm in a pistol, but you wish you could, you'll be able to utilize it in this Banshee right here. It is very controllable, very easy to manage because they have a radial delayed blowback system. And that system what I noticed is it kind of tapers off that thump that starts to happen on a lot of the PCCs that are out on the market. And a lot of people will ask me, is it easier to shoot a 9mm or 5.56? I think it's a lot easier to shoot 5.56 because the round is really fast, and the way the spring and the buffer work together, it's a different recoil impulse than pistol calibers. However, with that said, they've made it pretty simple at CMMG. You can run the standard like an H2. You can run, depending upon the loads that you're running, you could run an H1, or you could even run an H3. Probably if you're running those heavier rounds and or you're running suppressed, you would probably need to put in a heavier buffer. The gun is very easy to manage. Typically I'm getting 1-inch groups. That's with American Eagle. We're talking, the cheapest red box American Eagle, and that's at 50 yards. I'll usually start off, get on paper at 25, and then I want the distance out of this gun, so I like to be just a tad high at 50 yards. But the groups, just with that crappy 180, is really good. So I believe that if you went to, something else on the federal side, and or Spear Gold Dot or a different brand of ammunition that's good for self-defense, then you would probably be producing even better groups. The magazine release is located only on the right-hand side of the gun, so for some southpaws, this might be a little bit of an issue, but if you're a southpaw and you're used to running an AR, then it really isn't going to be that much of an issue. It has a normal bolt release and bolt lock that we're all accustomed to. It will take the longer magazines that they sell with the gun, which I believe are 30-round magazines, and I was glad that it also takes the Glock 15-round 10mm magazine. So if you're bagging the gun or doing something in a low position, then you can still use your 15-rounders with the gun. I haven't found any issue with them whatsoever between both the mags. They seem to be functioning really well in this gun. And then, of course, just that balance between the ammunition that you're shooting out of the gun and the right buffer, I think you'll have a perfect setup.